Erling Haaland likes to live it up with the money he's earned from the sport. Once he bought watches for all of his teammates. Another time he splashed 25 million on another private jet. These are the stupidly expensive things Erling Haaland has bought. And we start off with the time he treated his whole entourage to a good time in Greece. And that night, they spent 500,000 euros. There was champagne, lots of it, and all the exquisite meals that nightlife in Greece could offer. He also left a huge 30,000 euro tip for the staff who took care of him and his crew. The man knows how to live it up. And on top of this, he's quite generous too. A tip of 30,000 euros is more than any of the employees take home each year, that's for sure. People had a lot to say about the boy who spent his hard-earned money, until he spoke up and said it was all fake news. Okay, Erling, we believe you. But in this video, we'll look at 10 stupidly expensive things Erling Haaland has actually spent money on. And there is a lot. At number 10, it's a huge £500,000 gift for those who he worked with at Borussia Dortmund. Erling Haaland made sure to appreciate those he worked with in his 2.5 seasons at Borussia Dortmund, soon after the transfer to Manchester City was confirmed. The boy spent a whopping 500k on classic watches for each of his teammates and coaching staff. His teammates, all 33 in the first team and reserve team, each received an engraved Rolex, and the coaches each received an Omega watch. Oh, what I would have given to be in the room while Haaland was giving out those gifts. With his humongous salary at Manchester City though, that was surely not a worrying expense. Just like the watch collection which occupies the number 9 spot. It's his Audemars Piguet Royal Oak double balance made with rose gold components with a stainless steel backbone that costs anywhere between $70,000 and $140,000. In number 8, it's his Rolex Cosmograph Daytona 18K yellow gold that costs $90,000. And in number 7, it's his custom Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Black Panther edition that costs $167,000. Haaland's watch is one of 250 pieces made for that model, created to immortalize Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther. He's got a few more watches, some even costing up to $180,000. His total watch portfolio is around $700,000, and if we take a look at all of them, we'll exhaust our list. But there are a lot more interesting and stupidly expensive things that he's bought, like his car collection, so we'll move on to them. Football celebrities love their cars, and Haaland is no different. For a guy who probably started driving a few years ago, he's built quite an impressive garage filled with stupidly expensive cars. At number 6, we have his Audi RS6 Avant that costs a modest $100,000. Yeah, it's modest because it won't put a scratch on his weekly wages from Manchester City, but it's still as expensive as all the cars on your block combined. It is a station wagon, but it's an absolute beast of a car. It goes from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3.1 seconds. That's supercar level acceleration right there. At number 5, we have his even more modest Range Rover Sport that costs $99,000. And of course, Erling Haaland has a custom-made version to suit his personal tastes. You may have seen him in this one. It's his favourite car for everyday business, including training. In number 4, we have something that's nowhere near as expensive as the other things on this list, but it's still very expensive compared to other things like it. On his debut in the Premier League, Erling Haaland used a custom £8,000 Louis Vuitton bag to carry his stuff to the dressing room at the London Stadium. It was a debut to remember for Manchester City fans and, of course, the West Ham United fans. And that stylish-looking travelling bag is sure to leave an even bigger impression on the fans. If you want to travel like Haaland, you'll need to cough up quite the amount, which makes it stupidly expensive for everyday people like you and I. And number 3, we take a look at Erling Haaland's real estate investment. The Haaland family loves Spain and frequently goes on holidays there. Erling is already popular in the Marbella area where his family stays, as he can be seen taking frequent walks and hanging out at the local fun spots in the area. He even spent New Year's Eve in the area and signed some autographs for fans who recognised him. His father, Alf Haaland, is a big golf fan and found the perfect golf course in Marbella, and that's why his family bought a house there in 2020. Then Erling took it a step further and splashed €6.5 million of his own money on a house in the Naguelas residential area of Marbella, the same region where his family's holiday house is. He did this because he thought he'd be leaving Germany for Spain. This was around the time Barcelona and Real Madrid started talking to him about a transfer from Borussia Dortmund. The house is his, but it's not serving the purpose he wanted it to serve because he ended up in England and not Spain. Who knows, maybe one day Barcelona could activate their 100th economic lever and sign him. Fingers crossed. This next one in the number 2 spot is an expense that could happen in the future. Sotheby's Real Estate is selling the BlackRock K Island in Guanaja, Honduras for $2 million, and Erling Haaland is rumoured to be on their clients list. That money is just 2 weeks' wages for Haaland, so it won't be surprising to hear that he's bought his own island, just like one of his football icons, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, did way back in 2012. But unlike Zlatan, who bought his island to allow him to hunt game and fish in the lake surrounding it, Haaland's potential island is going to be a paradise resort. He'll have to settle down in Manchester first, though. His most expensive buy to date, and the stupidly expensive thing in our number 1 spot, is his private jet. Unlike the bigger names, he invested in it with his father and a few others to create a company that offers private jet services. They currently operate in and around Norway for now, but they're on course to getting their permits to be able to fly worldwide. It may just be his shrewdest buy yet, but that $25 million is quite the amount to spend. If you want to see more of Erling Haaland's expensive lifestyle, check out his social media where he often posts clips from there. And if you want to enjoy more great content, check out this video and click the subscribe button. See you in the next video.